but we still need to keep on fighting. And Mama Rachel Ruto, I want to thank you, because under your program, the stitching program, ulijaribu to include, yeah, wamama ambao wako na watoto wako na albinism, wana stitch alafu wanalipwa kulingana na ile kazi wamefanya. Na walipata pesa wengi sana. Tupige makofi kwa sababu ya hapo. Na umeenda uko hapa, unakumbuka you are the one leading that program, because you were able to do so. It was a support mechanism for mothers of children with albinism, because most of them are single mothers. Si ndio? In fact, tunasemanga we are our mother's children. Kweli ama uongo? Wamama hoye! Si ndio nyinyi mnakuwa mkitulea? Na ndio leo hii tuko na Mama Rachel Ruto kwa sababu she is our mother of this country. Yeye ndiye mama wa taifa. Kwa sababu anapokuja anawaona, pia mnasikia mko pamoja. Siko kwa vizuri kabisa hapo. And also to say, for those fathers of children with albinism who are here, we celebrate you. Because you have decided not a contractor, anafanya mambo ya usafishaji, 16 people who are deaf, who are cleaning your office and the headquarters of the county and beyond. Hiyo ni mshahara mzuri sana. Najua Abdi uko hapa. Abdi is the leader of the deaf. Na hiyo ni kazi ambayo hata wewe mwenyewe unafanya huko Nairobi. So we really thank God for you for that. But also Mumbi huyu. Mumbi ako na albinism. Anafanya kazi hapa katika hii center ya Huruma. Na huyu Mumbi, umeona vile anaimba vizuri huyu msichana mrembo huyu. Sijui kama ulipata bwana kwa sababu wewe ni mrembo sana. Lakini Mumbi, I'm proud to say this. I hope this is not being sacrilegious. Tunaangalia Biblia sana. But I'm proud to see you singing kwa sababu wimbo yake ya kwanza ambayo alirecord, I am the one who sponsored for her to do it. Na leo hii si unaona anaimba vizuri kabisa. Na ametuambia I'm black but yet I'm white. Persons with albinism suffer from what we call in-betweenness. Okay? Black but not black enough. White but not white enough. Blind but not blind enough. Disabled but not disabled enough. We suffer from that in-betweenness. And we had a very serious debate which category to belong to. But I'm happy we have chosen that we are persons with disabilities and we are proud to be such. Nimesikia watoto wakiongea hapa wanasema kwamba ati sasa tumepata waziri tumebakisha rais. Hiyo ni mambo mazuri sana. Maybe one day we'll have a president with albinism. Ama namna gani? Lakini dia Mama Rachel bado hiyo waziri haijaingiana bado. Tungeomba ama namna gani? Si tunaweza? We break that glass ceiling, si ndio? We have the first minister with disability, with albinism, whichever. We will be happy to see that. Mimi nilinusia kidogo, nilinusia kuwa CAS ambao ni assistant minister, lakini ilibwagwa na kotini. But we are happy that the face and the voice of government is a person with disability. That we are very happy about. Hijawahi kufanyika, na nimekuja kujua kwamba uongozi ni polepole. Ukikimbia sana utaanguka kama wale wengine walianguka, mnawajua ni akina nani. Lakini ukienda mwendo wa aste utafika pale juu. Let me now turn my focus to really request Your Excellency, Mama Rachel Ruto, that we are very proud that our president is a champion for reforms at the AU. We led a delegation because Kenya has actually been cited as a country that the best practice in the inclusion of people with albinism. And it is true because when we formed the Albinism sort of Kenya in 2006 with Alex as our chair, I was voted as a vice chair, still a student at KU, so young people, you can have an opportunity. But at the same time, for purposes of registration, I was registered as a treasurer. However, for gender balances, we went and looked out for one lady, Mumbi Ngoge, who was practicing privately as a lawyer, and we are very proud to say that she is now a Court of Appeal judge of the Republic of Kenya. At the same time, recently, when the president appointed commissioners, we are proud that we have Michael Mbithuka, who was my vice chair at the ASK, Albinism of Kenya. Now he's a commissioner at the National Gender and Equality Commission, Mike Mbithuka. Hiyo ni appointment ya President William Ruto. Tupige makofi kwa sababu ya hiyo. Also, we are very proud to see many people with albinism who are working in different sectors of our economy. We recently had people employed in KRA. And also we have an ACC with albinism, Ken Assemble. Sijui ako wapi hapa. Kwa hivyo Kose Ndalo, uko na mwenzako hapa. Sijui kama amekuja Alex. Ako State House ile mkutano imeitwa ya okay. So unaona sasa hata huko tuko na mzungu wetu State House wakisema yes sir, kuna mwenzetu hapo. So this is really an indication of the fact that if you are here and you are a person with albinism, I know Mary, you presented some of the people that we can look out for jobs for. We are proud because also Mama Rachel, at the Public Service Commission, we have one of our own, the former CEO, the immediate former CEO of the National Council for Persons with Disabilities, Harus Hassan, who then we can work together to ensure that we attain the 5% for persons with disabilities, which of course will include persons with albinism. Hii serikali imefanya mambo mengi sana, and there is this 1,000 days for persons with, for the government. At the AU, we are requesting, because the president is a head, the champion, tulipigania na kuwa na kiti inaitwa AU Special Envoy for the rights of persons with albinism, but it has never been fulfilled. So we are praying that through his leadership and Ambassador, I forget his name now, and who is helping that work, the one who was in New York, we get that appointment, because Kenya is actually a leader in issues of albinism, so that the AU Special Envoy can actually be appointed, so that then they can be able to work on our AU action plan, so that the whole of Africa can stop this challenge of killing us. We have lost over 600 people with albinism in Africa. 600 over the years. And so we need to stop that by having an AU Special Envoy. We have the UN independent expert, a lady from Zambia. Previously we had Ike Iro from Nigeria. Kenya is really the leader in this regard. Now, back home here, we can see, like SHA now, we created a small fund within the fund to take care of skin cancer treatment. But I'm very happy now because Taifa Care, ama ukipenda SHA, sasa inalipia skin cancer treatment ya watu wenye albinism. Makofi hapo. You don't know how it has been difficult to host people with albinism who have very serious wounds, zinanuka, zimejaa, madamu, huyu omeno, namwambia enda ukae na wao kwa sababu hakuna mahali wa kuadmitiwa, ama huyu rafiki yangu, PA wangu, Maina na wengineo. But now with SHA, with Taifa Care, tumekuwa na very good MOU na KNH, wanakuja wanachukuliwa kwa ward ya oncology, alafu wanakuwa treated. However, we don't want people to reach that level, because prevention is better than the cure. So, Mama Rachel, tungependa kusema asanti, kwa sababu it has not been easy for our president to stand up and to make sure that SHA is working. SHA is now working. We've been able to give over 43 billion shillings. Over 9 million Kenyans have been able to be served, and we are paying on time. Tupiga makofi kwa sababu ya hiyo. As little as 300 shillings, and I'm happy now, ile pesa tulikuwa tunatumia kulipa bill, I think the last bill ilikuwa 800,000 kwa KNH, Alex, but now itatumiwa kulipa hiyo 300 kwa sisi sote. Ukipatiwa tu umelipiwa hiyo SHA, Taifa Care, ukienda hospitali unatritiwa skin cancer. So it will really help us going forward. We are also happy because when the president is celebrating 1,000 days, there are so many thousand things that he has been able to do. The cost of living has been very high. The cost of commodities have come down. If you look at the GMR, guaranteed minimum return, kama kahawa, ilikuwa 50 bob, saa hii kilo moja ni 148 kwa mkulima. Paka hapa Uasin Gishu, kuna ile seedlings zinapatianwa 200,000, ndio pia watu waanze kupanda kahawa hapa na Trans Nzoia. Kwa sababu kahawa, Mheshimiwa Ruto ameweza kuibadilisha. Makofi kwa hiyo. Ukikuja kama ni mambo ya miwa, per metric ton, tumeweza kutoa shilingi 4,500 mpaka shilingi 5,500 per metric ton. Na ile area zilikuwa kwa factories 5.6 billion, 600 million tumelipa workers ambao walikuwa factory ndio waweze kupata pesa zao, ili watu waweze kufaidika. Ukiangalia kabisa mambo ya unga, hiyo tushajua. Below 150 from hiyo ilikuwa uko juu kwa sababu ya hii mbolea from 7,000 to 2,500. Ukikuja kama ni mambo ya jitume hubs, tumetengeneza 238 across the country. Hii wiki tumekuwa na PS wa TVET, kwa sababu niko na program mpya inaitwa Semana Spokes Bonga na Gava. where I'm hosting senior government officials kuja kuambia watu kile serikali imefanya. Na tayari tumeweza kuincrease TVET from 300,000 students to 700,000, an increase of 130%. Hiyo si ni maendeleo? Ukikuja kama ni mambo, ukiangalia kabisa mambo ya Hustler Fund. Hii Hustler Fund tulisema 50 billion. Saa hii tumeweza kupatiana 70 billion to 25 million Kenyans. Makofi hapo. Kama wewe umefuliza tafadhali ulipe, lakini pesa iko ama haiko? Iko kwa Hustler Fund. Na tayari tunafanya hii mambo ya economic empowerment, tukiongozwa na Deputy President, akisapotiwa na President na wabunge wetu. Tutaendelea kuja ili tuhakikishe kwamba mambo ya bottom up imefanyika. Wale wengine wanasema hapa nini, kazi yetu ni kuhakikisha kwamba serikali inawasaidia wananchi. Tukifanya economic empowerment, tunasikia shida za wananchi, tunatatua, tunasaidiana, tunasonga mbele. Kwa hivyo, wajua kazi yangu ni kuzungumzia na kutetea serikali. And I want to tell you, because I have walked the journey with His Excellency the President, we can never have a better president than President William Samoei Ruto. Na tutasimama na yeye kidete, because we share in his vision. He is number one. In fact, when I grow up, I want to be William Ruto. Sababu anafanya kazi, mnamaliza kazi usiku, asubuhi ameamuka, paka amesacrifice ndio hii nchi iweze kubadilika. Na amesema he is going to make difficult decisions for this nation. These decisions are painful, but they are transforming this country. And I believe, sifanyi siasa lakini nilikuwa mbunge na nilikuwa senator. Mimi naamini hii mambo ya two term. Tunasema two term, 10 bila break, kazi bila break. Hapo ndio tuko. Two term, 10 bila break, kazi bila break. Two term, 10 bila break. Mtanikubali tu niongee hiyo, siwezi kukosa kusema hiyo. Kwa sababu by the time the president, Mungu akipenda, aingie term ya pili, akikuja kumaliza, atakuwa tunashukuru sana kwa ile mambo ambayo amefanya. Right now it may be difficult for you to see, lakini mimi naona from where I have an opportunity, because I sit in many meetings, kwamba we are going in the right direction. Kama sio ile decisions that may make, we would have even been worse. Na hawa watu ambao wanasema budget yetu ni budget ya mwananchi. Hatujaongeza ushuru wowote kwa mtu yoyote. Budget yetu, finance bill, ni ya kuhakikisha wale ambao wanadanganyana mambo ya lipa kodi, wamelipa kodi. Hii finance bill yetu ina make sure kwamba tunatengeneza kazi. Kazi ziko nyingi sana. Kama hii affordable housing, pia iko na nyumba ya watu wenye ulemavu. At only 3,900 shillings, now you can afford to own a home. It has never happened in the Republic of Kenya. Hakuna serikali ambayo imewaajiri walimu wengi 76,000 kwa wakati mmoja. Yale madarasa ambayo tumejenga kama serikali 23,800. Nani ameshawahi kusikia maneno kama hayo? Na mwisho Januari tutaemploy another 24,000. Mwezi ujao tunaemploy askari 10,000. Yeah. Na pia tumeemploy watu prisons the other day 2,000. Kama ni barabara zetu, tumesecuritize ile RMLF, na najua koti imesaidia kina gavana koti moja. Sasa mtapata kitu kidogo hapo, 10 billion. 10 billion yetu. Tupigie makofi so that hata yeye atengeze barabara hapa. Lakini because we have securitized the 175 billion, tutaweza kuongeza kilomita za barabara. Kama hii hapa ELDORET, Mheshimiwa Rais ameweza kusaidia. Tuko na 2 roads zinajengwa, including the ELDORET bypass ya kuondoa jam hapa kwetu hapa. Kama ni watu wa huko Mount Kenya region, ile barabara ya Keno Marwa 84 km amepatiana idhini ianze kujengwa kwa sababu ilikuwa imesimama. Sasa tungependa nini watu wangu? Tuwe wavumilivu. Mambo hii ya Albert Ojwang ni vizuri niongee. Tunatoa rambirambi zetu kwa jamaa, ndugu na marafiki. Na tayari tunasema pole kwa yale ambayo yalitendeka kama serikali. Lakini tuombe pia, wakati bunge inaendelea kupeleleza, kwa sababu wameanza vikao vyao juzi na jana, nafikiri mmeona, tusiingize siasa. Kuna watu ambao wanaingiza hapo kuleta vurumai na maandamano, kuharibu nchi. Wacha watu waende pale kufanya upelelezi na IPOA. IPOA is independent, but let us not politicize this matter to settle political scores. It is wrong. Hakuna mtu angependa mtoto wake kuuawa, lakini tufanye upelelezi ufanyike. Kwenda kubomoa. Sasa Sakaja, governor wa Nairobi, ametutengenezea dustbins ndio mji ikuwe safi. Tumeona watu wakirarua hizo dustbins, wakipigana, wakichoma magari. Hiyo ni kweli kweli, ni haki kweli? Tuzungumziane, tuongee. Pale shida iko tutatatua. Our president is a listening president and he is ready to hear what we have to. Na yeye mwenyewe akituongoza ameshatoa rambirambi zake na akasema kama kuna polisi ya yote ambaye amehusika wachukuliwe hatua. Si ndio? Si iko sawa kabisa? Kwa sababu kuna watu wanaweza kuwa hapa chini wanaharibu maneno huku juu. Wao ndio wako huku chini, mtu mfungwa akishikwa for whatever reason, wakienda cell wanamfanyia masihara na kadhalika. Sasa president atajuaje akiwa huko juu? Si lazima wao wakuwe accountable. If you do that, kwa sababu yes, anaweza kuwa alikuwa amewekwa pale kwa sababu ya vile alikuwa ameaccused ama whatever, but wale ambao walihusika, let us be clear that the instructions have been given, the directive is clear that we shall leave no stone unturned until we get justice for Albert Omondi Ojwang. That one is for sure. Otherwise tusonge mbele, kwa sababu tunaona kuna wenzetu hapa wa upinzani ambao wanaanza kusema tukue na another revolution tarehe 25, sijui ni holiday. Pana. This is a working day. June 25 is a working day. Ni siku ya kawaida. We don't want to have another or recreate another Gen Z moment. Kama ni mambo ya finance bill, kamati inazunguka kila mahali ikipatia maoni. Tusikizane huko, give maoni mbadala, tusikizane, tusonge mbele tukiongozwa na waziri wetu John Mbadi, alafu tusonge mbele kama nchi. Kwa hayo mengi na machache, unajua Waswahili wanasema ana maneno mengi kama chiriku aliyekunywa maji ya chooni. Na kwa sababu mimi sio chiriku wala sijawanywa maji ya chooni, asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki.
Sasa tumkaribishe gavana wetu Daktari Chelilimbi. Karibu.
Asante sana government spokesman. Umeongea yote ya serikali. Kwanza ningependa kutambua Excellency Mama Rachel, mama wa taifa hili, the government spokesman Dr. Isaac Mwaura, the ministry officials who are here, National Council for Persons with Disabilities Executive Director, who is also here, Mama County, Mrs. Chelilim, huyo ni mama ya county, tuko na mama ya Kenya, ya 47 counties, na mama ya county moja, wako hapa, our honorable MCS kutoka county assembly, tuko nao hapa, county government employees, CECs, CEOs, directors, wale wanafanya kazi kwa hii idara ya health, naona hapa, National Council for Persons with Disabilities, Chairperson Elizabeth Chesan, madam wetu hapa, institutions, invited guests, na wote ambao tumefika hapa. Habari wazungu. Leo si siku ya wazungu. Sasa sisi ni wazungu. Mumbia ameimba vizuri, amesema yeye ni mweusi lakini yeye ni mweupe lakini ndani ni Mwafrika. Kwa hivyo nataka niseme karibuni sana. Mbele ya mimi kusema machache, waja nitambue viongozi wetu hapa, waheshimiwa MCS, kwa heshima ya Mama Rachel. Tafadhali MCS tusimame, tuko wataongea lakini watasimama. Mheshimiwa MCA wa hapa anajiita Simba ni moja, lakini nimwambia wewe umekuwa panya leo because umekuja mbele yako na mheshimiwa mama wetu, lakini asante sana enjoy. Tukaribisha, tuko na bishop, tunamuita bishop wa MCS na bishop ya ukweli, MCA kutoka Mosbridge. Tuko na MCA wetu ambaye ana represent walemavu Jerumba sako hapa. Tuko na MCA kutoka Salgoit, ndugu yetu anaitwa Sha, jina lake ni Sha, na juzi mambo ya Sha ilipokuja amepokea simu nyingi sana, anaambia mwambie Sha sana kwa kunilipia so atapata kura bila sababu. Alafu tuko na mheshimiwa Kering, yeye ndiye anaongoza culture. Tuko na mheshimiwa pale dada yetu Chess from Nandi County. Karibu sana. Alafu tuko na Deputy Speaker yetu hapa Sara Malel. Asante sana. Tuko Your Excellency na my classmate primary school mpaka kwa siku moja na bwana yake sikujua walikuwa wanafanya mpango ingine. Sasa ile tunasoma kumbe walikuwa wanafanya maneno. Alafu pia tuko na mawaziri kwa hapa, mawaziri kutoka kwa county government na wale wengine. Ni vizuri kuonyesha watu kwa machache sana. Today is a special and memorable day as we gather here to commemorate International Albinism Awareness Day right here in our beloved county, the County of Champions, a city that has always stood for the strength, resilience, and unity. I welcome you all to this great county, the County of Champions, the County of Opportunities, where everybody matters, including PLWA. Kuna people living with disabilities, sasa ni living with albinism. Na leo nimefundishwa na daktari mwenyewe, government spokesman, we don't say albino, wanasema albinism. So that one I have learned. We thank the ministry through the National Council for Persons with Disabilities for choosing our county, Kenya's fifth city, as the host of this year's national event. This honor reaffirms our shared commitment to inclusivity, dignity, and equality for all. I also take this opportunity to appreciate the presence of Your Excellency, Mama Rachel Ruto, our country's First Lady, for gracing this event. Your Excellency, your presence speaks volumes. It signals to the entire nation that albinism is not a side conversation, it is a national agenda. And when they approached me, the team, then I thought in my mind that the only person who has empathy and understands these things, if we were to honor these people, is to go to the top, and for the top fellow, who happens to be Mama Rachel Ruto. And when I called you, I'm so happy you picked my call. Sometimes you call and you are very busy, but this time you picked it. At that time, I wanted to show these people that I'm also connected. And then you picked the call, and I didn't tell them, I just talked to you, and you accepted. You said, do a letter, blah, blah. And then when I told them that is the Mama wa Taifa, mwinjilisti huyu ameenda wapi? Huyu alifurahi sana na wakapiga makofi na tukashukuru. Thank you, Mama Rachel, for honoring our invite, and thank you for visiting us again. This year's theme, demanding our rights, protecting our skin, preserve our lives, is both powerful and timely. It reminds us that inclusion is not a favor, it is a right. Protection is not a charity, it is an obligation. And equal opportunity is not negotiable, it is constitutional. Persons with albinism deserve to be heard. They deserve to be empowered, they deserve support and encouragement to pursue their dreams free from fear, shame, or stigma. And that one I witnessed when I heard our brother talking, the chair, and then the county spokesperson, the government spokesperson. You have spoken so eloquently. You have articulated issues, and one will not understand that albinism could be having some other extra talent. So don't look down upon yourselves. Believe that you are also a very, very important person that God has created to serve this nation. We must work to build a society where stigma has no place and discrimination is not tolerated. A society where every child with albinism can attend school without ridicule, and where every adult can live and thrive without limitation. It is undeserved and heartbreaking for any parent to feel forced to hide their child due to ignorance or fear. It is unacceptable for society to look down on or exclude persons with albinism. This must end, and I'm proud that today, this critical conversation is being championed from the very top with our First Lady standing with us. Long time ago, I was a KANU member. And all young people had left the Mzee Mois. I was the only boy around there being sent for errands. One time he told me of a story, and I think that was Albinism, that in Tugen land, many years ago, some family, an albino was born in some family, some lady, not albino, a person with albinism, and they didn't know what to do with this. They had never heard of it. They had never seen somebody like this. So the lady was called Chemuge. So the child was called Chemuge. So they said, okay, what do we do? Because they don't want the family members to know, they don't want the community to know. So wakaweka chakol hiyo ya nesek is another term for chakol. And then wakapaka mtoto na kuficha. But then walikuwa wanaogopa sana isinyeshe ili isikutane na maji. But one time Chemuge, having grown, forgot that I was being hidden. Akatoka nje na mvua ndio hiyo ikakuwa white. So the word kigiwin Chemuge Komaunga. Let me come again. Kigiwin Chemuge Maunga. So what we are saying is, if you have Chemuge in your home, please let Chemuge come out, so that you can appreciate and embrace and allow Chemuge also to exploit her life or his life. National and county government, Your Excellency, must rise to the occasion. We must go beyond and make room at the table for persons with albinism, not out of pity, but because they bring brilliance, insight, and perspective that society needs. In that spirit, I applaud the recent enactment of the Persons with Disabilities Act number 4 of 2025, signed into law by His Excellency President William Ruto. This law is a national promise to see, hear, and include. As a county, we are ready to lead. We are establishing mainstreaming units in every department, tied directly to our performance contracts. We are forming county disability advisory committees because true inclusion demands representation. Your Excellency, we are working closely with disability groups to help them register and benefit from services such as assistive devices, sun protection greens, healthcare, and psychosocial support, tools that affirm dignity and promote independence. At our own county headquarters, you will witness inclusion in action, and the government spokesman has witnessed that, and as he has talked about it. The deaf community, proudly contributing to the cleanliness and operations of our offices. I recognize and appreciate them in a very special way. And I've had an engagement with them. You should know what it feels to sit with people who you cannot hear what they are not even talking, but they use sign language. And I've had a conversation with them. And Janet, who is here, our language, where is Janet? She knows how to say those things, and you see, they're very happy. Where are you? You know, so they are very happy. And sometimes I've had time with them. It is also good to come out and to have a lunch with them or something like that. And they are people also, and they are very important people. And a person is a person because of their people. Let us remember that our strength is our unity, our dignity is collective. Your Excellency, before I conclude, last year, you had the honor of officiating the opening of Mama Rachel Ruta Maternity Hospital. Since then, the facility has become a regional landmark, renowned for its exceptional service delivery. We are proud to report that it has successfully facilitated over 2,600 deliveries, and the numbers continue to grow. I don't know what happened last night and now, but kusaa hapo ni kazi inaendelea kweli kweli. Na Mama Rachel, sijui uko na baraka gani, ulikanyaga pale wa mama wameshikwa na roho, ile roho na hamu ya kushikwa mimba, ama mimba kushika mama, ama kushikana na mimba. Huko sasa kazi inafanyika. na tunataka kukushukuru sasa. Sasa tuko na challenge. Hiyo facility imekuwa ndogo. Now you can attest, and you know what, the services are good. People come from all over, even MTRH wanatuma watu yao hapa kutoka other hospitals, other counties, Nandi, Bungoma, hapa Kakamega, all the way to Trans Nzoia wamekuja hapa. Kwa hivyo Mama Rachel, tunakuomba tena sio kama usitembee kwa sababu ukikuja tena watasaa zaidi, lakini ningependa utusaidie tuongeleshe president to expand your facility because it has become a regional landmark. Kwa hivyo nakuomba tu kwa heshima, with increased number of mothers, the facility was in issue, and I want to pray that our MCS together with me, our local leaders, our national leaders, we are going to plan a very serious campaign day ya kuhakikisha kwamba kila mtu umeregister kwa SHA. Na if you don't register kwa SHA, wewe unajiumiza bure. Kuna watu wamepona. We have testimonies of people that SHA has really helped them. One had 1.3 million bill. SHA ikalipa 1.1, akabaki na 200,000. Ndugu yetu mwingine akakuja akamaliza hiyo. Mwingine alikuwa anadaiwa Ban Forest 500,000. SHA ikaclear kila kitu. Mtu hakuamini amelipiwa. Kaambia wewe umepona, and the village alisema shika mtoto wako kwenda nyumbani, umepona. So nataka niseme that with utmost humility, we would wish that this SHA business continue. And our brother government spokesman, hiyo sauti yako inasaidia sana. Next time tukifanya launching ya registration, tafadhali atakuita ukuje uongee kabisa kwa sauti. Hiyo sauti ya mwinjilisti. Hiyo sauti yako hiyo ni safi sana. And in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, as we mark this day with open hands and clear vision, let us recommit ourselves to speak boldly, act decisively, and live inclusively. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki. Ningeomba sisi wote tukue upstanding. Sisi wote kusimama na tutakaribisha Excellency Madam Rachel Ruto, Mama County. Nasikia kuna wimbo inakuja na italeta ya pole. Hiyo wimbo tafadhali wenye
na ni will blessing once again. You give me from you Father, you give me nobody like you, you give me from you Father, you give me nobody like you. Mungu wa Yuda, Mungu wa Yakobo, umefanya mambo mingi ndogo. Wale Wayahudi walikosa chondo, kwa huruma ukawapa Mungu. Mungu wa Yuda, Mungu wa Yakobo, umefanya mambo mingi ndogo. Wale Wayahudi walifanya tando, kwa huruma ukawapa. Sitaki utani, umekuwa mwema kwangu, na kwako sitoki. Kama gudi mimi nipo tu. Cheki vile wananitupia macho, eti mimi sifai kuwa.
Jonathan B., Governor of Uasin Gishu County, Honorable Isaac Mwaura, the government spokesperson, Elizabeth Chesang, Chairperson, National Council for Persons with Disabilities, our beloved persons living with albinism and persons living with disabilities, distinguished guests and partners, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Tusalimiane. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Amina. In the words of Audrey Lorde, it is not our differences that divide us. It is our inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate those differences. We are gathered here today in Uasin Gishu County to mark International Albinism Awareness Day 2025 under the theme, Demanding Our Rights, Protect Our Skin, Preserve Our Lives. This occasion calls on us to celebrate one another, irrespective of our differences. receive warm greetings from our President, His Excellency, Dr. William Ruto. He is a steadfast advocate for an inclusive Kenya, passionately working to ensure that every citizen has a voice and equal opportunity. His commitment to fostering inclusivity in our society was notably highlighted through his recent assent to the Persons with Disabilities Act on 8 May 2025. This legislation is designed to promote, protect, and advance the rights and dignity of persons with disabilities across Kenya. It reflects our collective commitment to uphold the values of inclusivity and respect, which are fundamental to our nation. Since the United Nations proclaimed 13th June as the International Albinism Awareness Day in 2014, nations around the globe have been called to protect the rights, health, and dignity of persons living with albinism. This year's celebrations remind us that inclusion is more than a slogan. It is a commitment to action. Inclusion demands that we break down barriers to education, employment, and participation. As former President Thabo Mbeki said, the true measure of human rights lies in how we treat our most vulnerable members. This powerful quote summarizes the essence of our duty to nurture and support those who may not have a voice in our society. It serves as a reminder that our progress as a nation is reflected in the care and opportunities we extend to our most marginalized members. I believe it's vital that we continue to advocate for changes that uplift everyone, particularly those who are often overlooked. Whether it's through policy changes, community initiatives, or simply raising awareness, each of us has a role to play in fostering an inclusive environment. By prioritizing inclusion, we can build a stronger, more compassionate nation that celebrates diversity and empowers all individuals to participate fully in society. Ladies and gentlemen, our children, neighbors, and colleagues living with albinism all contribute richly to our communities and deserve a Kenya that champions inclusivity and fairness. It is essential that they have the opportunity to learn without fear, advance in their workplaces based on their merit, and feel fully accepted and embraced. This is not merely an act of kindness, but a fundamental right that we should all advocate for. The challenges faced by people living with albinism are not just personal. They reflect a societal issue that requires our collective action. Together, we can work towards dismantling the barriers that hinder their progress and erode their dignity. Let us promote education and awareness to challenge stereotypes and misconceptions surrounding albinism. By fostering an environment of acceptance, we can help ensure that everyone, regardless of their appearance, is treated with the dignity and respect they deserve. I firmly believe it is our shared responsibility to cultivate a society where everyone can thrive, where differences are not just accepted, but celebrated. I applaud the National Council for Persons with Disabilities and the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority for distributing sunscreen free of charge to over 3,800 registered Kenyans through health facilities. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning, or rather this afternoon, I'm delighted to share with you two truly inspiring stories of remarkable individuals from Kenya who have not only confronted the challenges associated with albinism, but have also emerged as influential and celebrated members of our society. Their journeys are a testament to the resilience, determination, and indomitable spirit that reside within us all, serving as a powerful reminder of the potential we each possess to effect positive change even in the face of adversity. Honorable Isaac Mwaura, who is here with us today, overcame childhood challenges to become a prominent voice in Kenyan politics. His remarkable achievements cannot be overstated, particularly his pivotal role in co-founding the Albinism Society of Kenya back in 2006. This initiative has raised vital awareness regarding the challenges faced by individuals with albinism and has become instrumental in combating the discrimination they encounter. His dedication to empowering those living with albinism has undoubtedly transformed lives, paving the way for greater acceptance and understanding. Ebu tumpigie makofi. Mheshimiwa Mwaura. We are proud of you, Mheshimiwa. In his capacity as the Kenyan government spokesperson, Honorable Mwaura advocates for social justice and the rights of individuals with disabilities. He stands as a beacon of hope and a model of leadership, demonstrating the importance of inclusion and advocacy in our society. And we have seen how Honorable Mwaura has spoken so passionately about what he has done together with our brother Alex. The journey of Justice Grace Mumbi Ngugi is not just remarkable. It's a beacon of hope and resilience. Growing up in the rural settings of Kenya, she faced daunting challenges and predictions regarding her health due to her albinism. However, she resolutely refused to let these fears determine her destiny. What stands out about Justice Ngugi is her commitment and relentless determination to succeed. She not only excelled academically, but also pushed through barriers that many might have found insurmountable. Her journey led her to the position of High Court judge, a role that is both significant and powerful. She also co-founded the Albinism Foundation of East Africa. This foundation is pivotal in advocating for those with albinism, showcasing that with support and opportunity, we can overcome societal challenges. Justice Ngugi's life is a profound reminder that albinism should never be viewed as a limitation to one's potential. Rather, it highlights the need for society to provide a nurturing environment that fosters growth and celebrates diversity. Let us not forget to take the time to celebrate the remarkable contributions of persons with albinism in our society. They bring invaluable talents, insights, and strengths that enrich our culture tapestry. By acknowledging and appreciating these contributions, we foster a sense of belonging and encourage others to join us in this important journey. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenya will thrive when we embrace diversity and extend our support to all members of our community. It is crucial that we continue to embrace persons with albinism, recognizing their unique experiences and perspectives. Let us challenge the stigma. Let us challenge the stigma that has been associated with this community. They have been rejected and discriminated for far too long. Let us arise to advocate for their rights and safety. Together, I'm confident that we can create an environment where everyone is valued and respected, not just in our words, but in our action. God bless you. Mungu awabariki. Asanteni sana.
Kwa ruhusa yako mama wa taifa, tumefika mwisho wa ratiba siku ya leo. Niombe tuweze kukamilisha na wimbo wa taifa tukiongozwa na Immaculate Heart Junioret ambao wako tayari sasa. Kila mmoja wetu asimame kwa wimbo wa taifa. Immaculate Heart, Juniorate, wimbo wa taifa. Asanteni sana, tubaki tumesimama tukimruhusu mgeni wetu rasmi aweze kuondoka. Tunapoelekea kwa sehemu sasa ya kupiga picha, Mheshimiwa Mama Taifa, we request you for a photo session. And the photo session area designed for us, we request the team, the chair